I'm glad that you're kind of leading me up to what I want to say here. So my next guy is, and this would be fantastic for the offense, I think, it would be Courtland Sutton. And man, can you imagine pairing him up with Amari Cooper? And just like you said, let's put Elijah Moore back in the slot, and let's just have him there for a year and see what he can do. And then obviously pairing that up with Njoku just as a starting offense, that would be fantastic. So, I mean, with him, we would be going bigger. We would probably be going faster. He's an end zone guy. The 50-50 ball is high in his rankings as far as the stats are concerned. I think he's at 57%, which is pretty high. He's excellent at pulling down those contested catches, the big play option. Like I've seen this a number of times, tremendous vertical threat. Now, when we think of that in our head, you think, 4.3 speed, 4.4 maybe. He's 4.58. So I think it's that coupled with the contested catches. If he's going down the field, he seems like he's going to catch it. And that's something we need in this offense. Can't just always rely on Amari Cooper to do it, right? And Amari's great everywhere. So let's just get a guy that's big down that can run down the field and just grab a couple of passes that I didn't think was going to happen.
I like that for sure. I mean, we saw Courtland Sutton when the Browns played the Broncos out in Denver in 23, and he made his presence felt. And like you said, maybe not faster, but definitely a bigger, strong hand, strong contested catch player, a definite red zone threat where you get down in that, inside the 20, the 10 area, feel pretty confident throwing it up to him, kind of like they do with Njoku. My only thing with a guy like Courtland Sutton is I don't know if the Browns would pay, because he's still a pretty high profile-ish wide receiver in the league. He's going to be a little more expensive. I don't know if they're going to pay too much to bring him in when they've already put third-round draft capital in Cedric Tillman to kind of do that same role. I don't know. I don't know Tillman's process or progress, if they think he's going to be ready to do that in 24. I don't know.
I think you're just going to take and restructure the last 2 years off his deal is ultimately what would happen. You maybe want to pick him up right away, or you'd have to figure it out. But he's a guy. He's kind of curious to me because you look at him and he's played 81 games. He doesn't really have a ton of yardage though. He's 4,200 yards off 300 total receptions, and other than having those 10 TDs, he's got. I
was looking through his numbers, and it looked like maybe his career high before that was like 4 or something. Okay. So the 10, I feel like that was an outlier season with him and Russell last year.
They're just my screen's slow, so thanks for saying that while I was catching up. So he's got 24 overall. He got 10 last year, so he's had 14 for his career. And the highest was 6. His rookie year was 4. And with him, I believe he's like, originally he was a first down guy. He was just a moving the chains guy. And he was going to get you like out of his receptions last year. He had 59 receptions. I don't have it here, but I believe 39 were for first downs, which is decent, right? When that goes to the contested catches, right? Like any kind of contested catch usually is going to be for a first down or a touchdown, which counts as a first down. And that's what you would be getting him for. But if you look at his overall body of work, you're going to look at it and go, I'm paying, Amari Cooper money for 4,200 yards and 24 touchdowns. Like, come on. So hopefully that if this guy gets cut, because the Denver Broncos, I believe, are still $10 million over the cap with the adjusted salary cap at $10.7 million. He's got 2 years left on his deal. Hopefully that's enough. And you said it, that Tillman is up and producing by then, that that's how we kind of get the most out of getting this pick.
Yeah, the thing with the wide receiver position is the Browns, with Deshaun Watson and the window that this team is in right now, with the high end, the guys that we're paying a lot of money to are studs. We've got our studs at the positions that analytics say you need studs at, and we've got it locked up. So right now is the time to go out there and win. And if they don't feel like they can do it with what's in the wide receiver room, you're going to see them do something or a couple things this offseason that maybe they wouldn't normally do, but they feel like they have to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And again, like, I'm looking through a bunch of Denver Broncos stuff and what they're saying about him. And there's a website called predominantlyorange.com. And there was a quote in there saying they won't get a better receiver in the third round of this year's NFL draft other than Courtland Sutton. So I don't know where they're going with this. Like, it wasn't really like we're going to trade him, but it feels like someone who follows the Denver Broncos is saying you could pry him out of Denver for a third round pick, which I'd be okay with.
Oh yeah, I would definitely use a third round pick for Courtland Sutton. That'd be okay. I'd be okay with that.
Now, how you massaged all that money underneath the cap,
there you go. Yeah,
remain to be seen, right?
Yes.